Hello and welcome to Library Grindhouse. The only ticket you need is your library card. I'm Jesse.
And I'm Leah, and I'm Leah, and today we will be giving you our top 5 reasons as to why to watch the 1991 movie Oscar.
Word. It's a Sly Stallone comedy. Not a lot of those, but Leah, first, why don't you hit him with that spoiler-free plot summary?
Based on a slapstick play of the same name, gangster gone straight Angelo Snaps Provolone gets befuddled by the turbulence of his daughter's love life, bags of cash and lingerie, and trying to become a genuine banker.
All right, Leah, what's your number 5 reason to watch this comedy classic?
Everyone's wardrobe. I know that sounds pretty strange. I'm not really one for wardrobe or anything, I don't know, makeup-esque, I guess, in movies. I kind of just don't think about it.
Usually it washes over you, right?
Yeah, it usually does. But this, as soon as I saw like the gangster shoes,
Oh.
like the fedoras, it's great.
It's phenomenal.
Marissa
It just
Tomei's,
pops off the screen.
Her feathers in her hair and all of her like coiffed. It's perfect. It's perfect.
It's so heightened.
Yes, and it makes me
Do
think.
people actually dress like this?
Well, and even like you can tell Sylvester Stallone is wearing makeup in this film. Like he's got some eyeliner on, which is kind of strange.
Didn't notice that,
but you can tell that this was a Broadway. Or I don't know if it was Broadway, but you can tell it was a play.
1 or 2 locations given away.
Yeah, like you can tell. Even I feel like they were trying to do like either the costume designers or the.
I mean, it's so verbal.
Yeah, but they were trying. Like you can tell that they were. I feel like they were trying to make it seem like a play.
No, they're trying to capture a period and like
Yeah, so it's a little bit over the top, but in the best way.
Because I think it's like they knew this was going to have like the Sly Stallone action and things like that. So basically, it's like let's make the wardrobe really pop and really sing.
Yep. So perfect. It was I just thought that was like the cherry on top, which is why I'm giving it the number 5 position.
Cool.
What about you, Jesse?
My number 5, the Figaro opening animation, the Barber of Seville. There's something perfect about using this particular part of the Marriage of Figaro that sets the stage for the madcap, who's on first screwball comedy to come. And it matches the snappiness, pun intended, and the playfulness of what's to come after this. So I think it's definitely a way to open the movie.
Yeah, I thought that was a perfect way. It summed up. It put you in the feel of it.
Because it's like it's big, it's bold.
Yeah.
There's so many words flying at you, and like it's also bouncy and light and fun and playful and.
So do you think that they did that just because Sylvester Stallone isn't known for like his comedic roles? Do you think they were trying to be like, this is not a blow things up, kill everyone?
I'm not entirely sure if it has anything to do with the play. Like if that's like maybe they played like Marriage of Figaro before the play opened. You know, I don't know how I haven't read the actual like script of the play.
Yeah, I haven't either.
And if the Marriage of Figaro has anything to do with it at all, maybe they did it at intermission, or I just don't know.
Okay.
But it's one of those things where I thought it was kind of a brilliant touch, at least for me, of like when we have the opening scene with him and his father, but then it's kind of like to transition like, okay, so this is going to incite this kind of madcap thing that you're about to see.
Yep.
And kind of get you out of the mode of like he's a gangster to now he is just trying to make good, and it's going to be wild, people.
Yes, it was good. See, I thought that it was either the opening scene or the movie poster where he's like doing a funny face, like Sylvester
the movie
Stallone.
Poster.
He's straightening his tie,
I feel like that's he's just kind of like, can you believe it, guys?
Yeah,
I'm in a comedy. Am I right? And very soon, I'm going to be a very sexy man.
He already is
very
a sexy man. He's a sexy man in this movie, too.
Okay.
He is.
What's your number 4, Leah?
Young Marissa Tomei's spoiled rich gangster child. She kills it in this film.
But she's intolerable.
She is intolerable, but she's supposed to be intolerable.
I understand, but it's a little, yeah.
It is.
It sets my teeth on it.
I don't want to marry Bruce Underwood. He's a snob.
It's a little bit over the top, but I feel like that's part of that play, satirical type.
No, right.
You know what I mean? You have to be a little bit over the top. And just the way how she looked, the way how she talked, her like baby, you can tell that usually she has her dad wrapped around her finger, but this time it's just, there's a lot of stuff going in his mind. So he's like angry with her, but she still finds a way to I don't know. She's a super smart, spoiled rich child of a gangster who knows that people are like scared of her or intimidated of her because of her father.
And she's also a case of Arrested Development to a
Yes,
degree, too.
yes. She's stuck in the house.
I don't wanna, and like she's throwing a tantrum, and then she just stops immediately on a dime. I mean, it's like.
But my thing is, how old was she? It seems like she was like in her 20s. I mean, in the play. I don't know. I don't care about her
In the play, I feel like
age.
she's got to be like 18, 19.
That's the thing. And I was like, I thought that she was older in the play for some reason. Because I was like, you are
Maybe,
acting
but-
way too babyish to be that old. I mean, but I understand. You kind of have that, like you said,
playing her
Arrested
dad, and
Development
like her
type.
dad has obviously been out doing gangster stuff
Yeah.
most of her life, and now it's like he's home now, and it's like
He's going to be a banker.
Yup.
Because anybody can be a banker, right? You just snap your fingers, carry on a briefcase, and off you go. That's why I was...
Yeah, that was a sad snap. Man, I can't snap.
I don't, wait, were you doing it like this?
I put two.
Oh, okay.
I snapped.
Yeah, okay.
I taught myself how to snap because
No, I start with this one too, and most people don't, and I do the double.
I do a sandwich that means I don't know. It's like if I give myself, I thought I'd give myself more like room to like move. I don't know. And this one though, yeah.
Well, we're doing this for Angelo Snaps.
Provolone.
Which
Provolone. I love the way they say provolone. Like it's all the different ways people say the name.
I know,
Like,
I've heard-
it's
I heard it.
just
Now, Mr. Provolone.
Provolone, provolone,
Angelo snaps provolone on our letterhead.
provolone.
I mean, just
Buongiorno, Signor Provolone.
it's so great. Everyone has like an accent or just the ways that they just the words roll off people's tongues in this movie
Yes.
is just musical.
It is great.
I mean, there's the linguist. Well, we'll get there, but I think.
What is your number 4 reason,
My number
Jesse?
4. Oh, Mr. Tomei. I mean, this is right before she won the Academy Award for My
Yeah.
Cousin Vinny. I mean, this was like kind of a get. The set. I mean,
Yes.
this is such a gorgeous house to hang out in throughout the course of this film. And huge kudos to the production designer and the costume designer because the suits are fantastic. Like
Yes,
you said,
absolutely.
I mean, like, I want one of these suits and it would look egregiously bad on me, but I still want one. I want the Fanucci.
We know Rush. You know Rush Michelangelo? You know Rush Leonardo?
You know, Russia Finucci.
I just want the shoes. I don't know why I'm obsessed with
Hey,
the
maybe
shoes.
we'll do you.
Maybe someday we do you too, huh?
Man, the accents. I mean, Harry Shearer and then the guy from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah.
Like, I find like I never, like, even though I love Planes, Trains, and Automobiles at the same time I fell in love with this movie when I was a kid, I didn't recognize him as the guy who's like, you know, do you have $20 and a nice watch? And he's just totally the Fanucci's. Fanucci's, sit!
Fanucci's!
No, the entire just set was beautiful. Every single room,
Gorgeous.
every single detail. Like the foyer was beautiful.
I'm like, I hope they didn't build this because then they would have to destroy it.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
there-
I'm hoping they shot somewhere.
That had to have
'cause
been on
I didn't do
location
the
in
research,
the
but I'm
house.
just like, oh, please don't tell me you just wrecked this after you.
However,
made it.
I will
Like,
say with it being a play setup, they did kind of have like the entrances and exits of a
sliding
play,
door,
so it
just
could have
like,
been
oh my
a
gosh.
set. But
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, if it was a set, I'm sure it was just all plywood right behind everything you see. So
Yeah.
it's not like it was. They're really.
but I don't think so. Everything looked pretty like it looked.
Well, it always does, Leah.
Yeah, but I
like,
mean,
if you
it
have a
looked
good
like a
production designer,
solid.
It always does.
It
but,
looked like a solid house. Like I don't know.
I mean,
it
it's a
just,
two-story structure, so I'm
Yeah.
hoping at least the main atrium area was like an
a
actual
hou-
location.
yeah.
But I mean, just gorgeous.
It was
I mean,
beautiful.
just watch this movie just to like look at it because it
Absolutely.
is just a feast for the eyes.
I do that with every Sylvester Stallone movie. I just
And you
mute
have
it.
Sly to look at. He never takes the suit off, but you know,
It doesn't
you can't,
matter.
You can't have everything.
It's great.
Cool.
Well,
What's your number 3?
Yeah, speaking of the set, you already brought up kind of the accents, and that was my number 3. It's not only Sylvester Stallone's Italian-American accent that he tries to pull off, which is great to me.
He just
great
talks
in
like
the
Sly
best way.
Stallone.
Yeah, but he's trying to add, especially in the beginning. I think he kind of loses it throughout the film, but in the very beginning with his dad, you can tell he's trying to put on
he's
like
trying
an
to be Brooklyn.
Italian. Yeah, he's trying to put on like this Italian Brooklyn accent.
All right, Papa. If that's what you want, I'll go straight.
Which is just, I don't know. It's a reason to watch it, I'm telling you. The accents in this movie is just another reason in itself to watch it.
Yeah, I mean the Fanucci's.
And just like, I mean, the way how they
That's a
pronounce
spicy meatball.
Yeah.
It's a little close to like being
It's true.
I'm offended for Italian people everywhere because
But this is a slapstick comedy type thing. You know, his last name's
that
Provolone.
doesn't necessarily make
His
it
last
okay.
name
I mean,
is
I'm not going to say it's racist
Provolone.
against Italians, but
He's nice. Like a baby's behind.
No, I agree.
mean,
I
it's-
agree. But it's satirical. I just think they're trying to do satirical, make it be
It's a
completely
mia
over the
Mario.
top with like Italian mobsters and like I'm gonna go straight. I'm gonna be a banker, like one of those. Like it's perfect. I loved listening.
no,
to
don't
the
get me wrong.
accent.
Every performance is just a treat. I mean, all the characters,
It is.
like the guy who buttles. The butler guy is just the best.
Oh my
And
gosh,
he is
yes.
phenomenal. And it's like, has he been in anything else? And I can't remember in anything else. I'm sure he's been in movies I've seen, but I'm just like, his performance is like one of my favorite things in the movie.
Well-
how he's just constantly like
I can't. I'm smoking a salmon.
And
juggling
same-
the balls with his cigar, and like he's just hilarious.
Same thing with Tim Curry, like his like diction and how he's trying to to literally be like like every little thing. The way how you speak,
He's
you're
a-
saying that wrong. You're not doing like I don't know.
And just his outburst of just like Middlesex.
Yes.
Excuse me? New Jersey. You're from Middlesex, New Jersey, am I right?
Middlesex.
What?
I can tell. Like literally, it's perfect. It's perfect.
She has such nicely rounded diphthongs.
That's what I mean. The
I
slapstick
mean, you learn
humor.
vocabulary because it's like,
It's
wait,
true.
what?
It's true.
Watch it there, Connie. You have a dangling participle. He looks down at his fly, like, actually his fly is down.
You should literally put you saying that over sort of like what we were talking about over the scenes, but your voice saying those things. You should.
We'll see.
Anyway, so what is your number 3 reason?
My number 3, the cast.
So
I mean, this
alright.
is my favorite Tim Curry role, hands down. I mean,
Sweet.
this, Home Alone 2, I mean, the stuttering snitch who's in this movie is also in that one as the toy store owner, which is hilarious.
Thank you, Mr. Benetti.
And The Shadow were my introductions to Curry.
Yeah.
To this legend. I mean, no pun intended, as he was also the villain in the film Legend, which I
Yes.
have not seen.
Oh, I haven't seen that either.
Yeah. His elocutionist is a treat. And then you have Don Amici, Marissa Tomei, pre-Oscar, though she received her Oscar post-Oscar. Get it? William Atherton. Forgot he was even
Yeah.
in this, that
Yeah.
William Atherton was in this.
His name won't be in our letterhead.
Kirkwood Smith from RoboCop, and I mean, I guess that 70s show, if you were into that one, I never saw that show, but I mean, RoboCop, I mean, come on. And Kirk Douglas for 10 seconds?
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
even recognize him.
I
at the
didn't
beginning
either,
of the movie.
actually.
I mean, so many great character actors on top of an extremely underrated Sly Stallone performance. I mean, he's really solid in this.
I know, he
this
sticks to his
movie,
character.
yeah, this movie lives or dies by whether he can at least play his way through this, and he does.
He does.
He does. He's got a confidence, a swagger, but then also just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, he goes through all these different like ups and downs, and like he has this, no, he doesn't. I'm really angry, like whatever.
Yeah, it's very much so like a push and pull of the emotions of, just like you were saying, I have this under control, I've got this, oh no I don't, oh now everything's going on the right path, oh my gosh, no it's not, everything's crazy. But he like goes through it, and I think he's a really good actor in this. I think
yeah.
he does a good job at playing a comedic role.
Everyone dogs him for this, but I'm just like, it's not easy to do this.
No,
like,
not at
it's not
all.
easy to do this. I mean, take this exact script and try filming it yourself. Like, you don't need a lot. You just need like a room, some rooms,
Yeah.
a room or something. Like, we could do it in this room probably. And it's just like, it's not that easy.
No.
Like, to try to like capture performances that way. And some of these are like huge, big, stereotypical performances, but oh my gosh, I mean, it's just,
Well, like you said, it's a lot of
it all
dialogue.
kind of fits.
And like Sylvester Stallone usually plays on a lot of action in most of his films. It's
Right.
mainly like, oh, something blew up, you see him run away, or like you look at his body and it's beautiful. But
I mean,
yeah,
he's
this,
known for
like,
being like a mealy-mouthed, very sexy man, you know? And it's just like, yeah.
But he's completely covered up, but he's completely covered up throughout this whole film, and he's funny. Like he
You get
is
to fall in love
genuinely
with his voice.
Yeah, I get to fall in love with his voice. With his Italian American accent voice from Brooklyn.
Cool. What's
All
number
right.
2?
My number 2, all of the wordplay. You kind of hit on this anyway,
Sure.
but just all of the wordplay is hysterically punny. It is so punny. Everything in this film, like you can tell it's just strategic on the words. I don't know if they took it exactly from the play, like word for word, or
It's got to be close.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, I don't think this play would have been like so popular as to turn it into a movie.
Yeah, but you can tell it reminded me of a funny thing happened.
On the way to the forum.
On the way to the forum.
Yeah.
But there's also, I thought it was a funny thing happened on the way to the play. That might have been another satirical.
There's probably other things along those lines. Yeah.
But it reminded me of that, like the comings and goings of all of the different characters. But like they always have a quip. You know, you don't just see somebody run across the room. Like they're in the room, they say something funny, and then they leave. And it's perfect. The wordplay in this film is beautiful.
Yeah, the verbal sparring.
Yes.
Just phenomenal. I mean, it's so much fun and so quotable. I mean,
It definitely is. So yes. So what's your number 2, Jesse?
My number 2, the lines.
Oh well, might as well just
I quote this movie so much, I should almost pay it royalties. Really, I thought about it, I'm like, it's mainly one line in particular.
Finucci's in, Finucci's out, Finucci's in. He give me agita.
And it gives me agita. I say it all the time. Gives me agita. Or you give me agita. It's, thank you, Finucci's.
Yes.
Finucci's, sit!
This movie is extremely quotable, and it's. I don't know why they consider this movie a flop.
It didn't make any money, Leah.
But
That's
still,
why it's considered a
but I
flop.
don't understand why, because it was so good. I mean, movies cannot make money right when they're released, and then after release, on VHS, then it makes a bunch of money. Well, yeah, it would have been VHS.
Even this one, I only remember like most places only had like one copy of the VHS because again, like there wasn't any demand for it.
But it's so good.
It was a Stallone flop. Like no one wanted to see it.
Stallone
Like,
doesn't flop. He struts in a beautiful way. He dives gracefully.
okay, Leah. There's a lot of movies you haven't seen yet, so
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. All right. Yeah, all right. Well, cool. What's your number 1 reason?
My number 1 reason is because Sylvester Stallone is in it, so it's always I say so with him. Like any movie he is in, if I say you should watch it, you need to watch it. It's Sylvester Stallone.
And I'm gonna say because I said so. Because I liked this before it was cool to like this. It's still not cool to like this. As soon as this movie was on video and we rented it, I mean, I think we taped it off of like a Showtime like 2-week trial or something that we had, and it just was endlessly played in my house, like in like 92, 93.
I'll give it to you, Jesse.
See, I liked it before it was cool, and it's still not cool to like this movie. So we're still on the ground floor of the Oscar phenomenon. We are going to kick it off. Everyone's going to love Oscar.
You need to watch this. Please
spread
tell us
the
in
word.
Comments.
Spread the word.
Yes.
This movie needs to be seen by more people and quoted. I mean, it's like Big Lebowski style. It needs to just be like a thing. It needs to be a thing because this movie's amazing.
It's great. I am going to give it to you, Jesse. You're the one who told me to watch it. You do quote it.
No, it's not seen enough. It's not appreciated enough.
I mean, will give it to you.
Don't see Stuff in an Animal Shoot. That movie is genuinely terrible.
No, you should still see it if Sylvester Stallone's in it.
No, do not do it. It's better just to know the story that Schwarzenegger trolled Stallone into making it. But otherwise, that movie's terrible. Even if you're a Golden Girls fan and love Estelle Getty, don't tarnish her memory by watching that movie. I mean, it's just. But this one, Oscar, see it.
Absolutely.
Tell your friends to see it. It's so fun.
Write in the comments about what your thoughts are about this movie because I'm still like when Jesse told me it flopped and then I did a little bit more research after watching the movie, I don't understand.
No,
I don't
it's
understand.
like if you enjoy Trading Places and like things like that, like other John Landis comics coming to America, like there's no reason not to love like this movie. Like it's
great.
It's hilarious.
It's
so
great.
if you like Coming to America, if you like Trading Places, I think you're gonna find a lot to enjoy about this movie.
Or just slapstick humor.
Yeah.
I
mean, there's no action, but there's constant movement through this house. There's constant verbal sparring and wordplay and great quotable lines.
Yeah.
Like, it's just one of those movies where you just have to adjust your expectations and understand that you're basically watching a play on the screen, but it's dynamically filmed and performed, and it's just worth watching.
Yes.
100%.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, those are our reasons to watch Oscar, so head on over to Hoopla to check it out for yourself. And for the Library Grindhouse, I'm Jesse.
And I'm Leah.
And we will see you next week.
Bye.